Hello students, I am Aniket Kirsch. We have already completed this lesson 3, formulas and functions, and today let's revise whether we have completed where we are understanding each and every terminology or not, right? So let's start. So in lesson 3, formulas and function, first of all, what is formula and what is function? To calculate in MS Excel, we apply formulas, right? We can add number of values together by applying formulas, and here we have lot of functions also, like sum function, max function, equal to, in parenthesis is also used while using the functions. So all these are what? Formulas and functions. We can do calculations, we can do mathematical operations in this. Okay, so let's see. First, in previous class, you have learned about various editing and formatting features of MS Excel. Here, yes, how to enter values in MS Excel, right? How to create a timetable, some basic things you have already seen. In this session, in this year, we will see how to apply formulas, how to calculate the things, how to, create a mark list, how to create report cards and all these things. So first of all, let me tell you what is operator, what is constant, what is function and reference. We have seen, right? Operators, what is operator and operand? Operators, plus, minus, divide, multiplication, all these are operators. So other than that, whatever is left is the operand. A plus B, 2 plus 3. So 2 and 3 are operands because plus is the operator. So other two things are the operands. Okay, operands are added using the operator, or subtraction 2 minus 3, minus is the operator, 2 and 3 is operands. Okay, consonant, function, predefined formulas in Excel are known as the functions. Okay, predefined formulas like sum function, if we will apply and give the values, means cell range from this cell to this cell, then that will be added. Right, so predefined formulas are there, like max function is also there to calculate the maximum value, sum function is there to add the values, right? Min function is there, minimum value find out to find the minimum value, like all these things, right? Now see, in a Excel, see, this is Excel. In this you can see, this all are cells, right? In Excel, this is why this is called a spreadsheet. We know this is called a spreadsheet, right? This is called this MS Excel is also called a spreadsheet because it is spreaded. This is spreaded sheet, right? This is a spreaded sheet. Now, each box we can see is called a cell because it is made up of intersection of columns and rows, right? So this is intersection of rows and columns. Cell is an intersection of rows and columns. Now this column, this is the first column, this is the first column, this is the second column, this is the third column, this is fourth column. What is the name of these columns? In the above side you can see, what is the column heading? A, B, C, D, E. All these are what? Column names or column headings, right? And in the same way, this is first row, this is second row, this is third row, this is fourth row. So these are what? Row heading. 1, 2, 3 is the row heading. A, B, C, C is the column heading, and 1, 2, 3. So what is the address of this cell? What is the address of this cell? So column heading and row heading. Means here we will write D2. Okay, 2D नहीं लिखेंगे, D2 means always column heading will be written first, 2D. Okay, so this is the address of this cell. अगर मैं इसकी बात करूँ, suppose of this, so this is H column, so H is, and this is 8th row, so H8 is the address of this cell. So we can find the address of different cells like this. Okay, so this is very simple. What is cell, what is column heading, what is row heading? Now why I told you this address, cell address, why it is important? Because let me show you. Suppose I have written 2 here, 2 here, 4 here, 6, 23, 45. So what is the, I want to have the addition of all this in this cell. So what I will do, I can apply some function. So how to apply some function? Equal to sum sum, then parenthesis open, right? Then what is the value of the address of the first cell? D2, right? D2. So I will write D2, then colon. Then what is the last cell? It's not D2, sorry, D3. Okay, D3. So this is the first cell of the range. Then after this H3. Okay, H3, this cell. So this range has been selected. After this I will close the parenthesis, then I will press enter key. So it is the answer of this addition of this, all this, right? In the same way, if I want the to find the maximum value all out of this, okay? So how can I find? Equal to max function I will use, max parenthesis open, then what is the value cell address of the first cell? D3, right? D3 colon, then H3, last cell of the cell range. Now I will close it. It will find, this function will find out the maximum value of this. 45 is the maximum. Yes, 2, 4, 6, 23, 45. Which one is among all these numbers is the maximum? 45. So like this you can apply different formulas and functions like this. So that's why cell address is important, because it is required to mention when we will use functions. Okay. So all these things we have seen in this chapter, right? All these things we have seen in this chapter, creating basic formulas, all these things we have seen, and then using compound formulas. Yes, using compound formulas also, like 2 plus 3 upon 10, like this complex calculations can also be performed. And concatenation can also be done, right? Concatenation means what? Always remember the term concatenation. When we merge the text, when two different texts are there, and if we want to join it, right? Suresh Pandey. Suppose Suresh is written in some other box and Pandey is written in some other box, means different cells, right? And if we want to combine these two in some particular cell, so we will write the concatenation function for it. Understood? That is concatenation. Now using text formulas also we have seen. Range, what is range? I have already just shown you what is range. We have already revised all these things. Now what is the types of cell references? Relative references, I told you when we were studying this chapter, I told you whenever we copy, suppose let me show you again. Here let me write 23, 34, 12, 45, 98, 34. Some values are there, right? And here also some values are there, 45, like this. Some values I have written. So these are two values. So I want the addition of all these in this box. So what I will do? Let me directly write the formula. Okay, let me apply the function equal to sum function I have written, and after that parenthesis open, equal to sum, bracket open, parenthesis open. First cell is what? C3, then colon, and then C3, and then C8. Okay, So this is the function for addition. So here we got the answer, addition of all this, right? Now I will copy this and I will paste it here. But answer is 352. Why? Because as we have done the addition of all these cell ranges and we got the answer here. So when we copy here, the value will not copy. It will copy the formula which is applied to that cell. So the addition of all this will be 352. That's why it is displaying 352. Understood? This is what cell difference. Okay. Relative difference or absolute difference. All these are related to this only. Understood? I have already told you, and it will take time. That's why I am not repeating it. Okay. I am expecting that you all know. Cell difference of another worksheet. In MS Excel, we have number of sheets. By default, 3 sheets, right? Sheet 1, sheet 2, and here in the bottom side, sheet 3. Here, if I will click, sheet 4 will be here. Then sheet 5 will be here. So, suppose in sheet 1, I want to add. I want to suppose here 45, then 65, then some values are there. I want this addition of this 3 with all these terms, and I want the answer here. Means I want the value from 2 sheets and I want the answer, right? Means I want to access the data or value from another sheet also. So how we will use this? We have seen we use exclamation mark, right? We use exclamation mark. Here you can see B4 value plus sheet 1 exclamation mark D4. Like this you can access, right? This also we have seen. This is also very simple, right? We have done it. Means suppose I want to add this 43 in a short, let me tell you. I want addition of this 45 and from this 246, sheet 1 246. So what I will do? So first I will write, here I want in this cell. So first I will write the address of this. So equal to, first I will write equal to, then what is the value of cell address of 45? D5, right? D5 I will write, and then colon obviously. Then I want another value from sheet 1, right? So I will write first sheet 1, then exclamation mark. Okay. Then exclamation mark, and then wait a minute, D5 plus we want I want to add this D5 plus sheet 1 slash what? Sheet 1 may, here it is the value C10. So here I will write C10. Okay. As you can see, we have written the same way. Now I press the enter. Wait a minute, some error is there. We have done some mistakes. Equal to D5. Okay, by default we have sheet 2 is also written. We have to delete it. Sheet 1, I have written it in a clear manner or not? Sheet 1, yes, in the same way I have written. Okay, right. So now if I will press enter, C10, okay, we got the answer. Always check, right? When we press enter key, sometimes it automatically catches something else. So in that case it shows error, right? So this is the way. This is what we can access the values from the other sheet also. This also we have seen in a clear naming a sheet tab. How to name a sheet tab? This also we know. Suppose I want to change the name of the sheet 1, sheet 3 I want to change. So right click on it and click on rename. Then here class 7 something I will write like this, class. So what all things we can yes, sheet color, sheet tab, we can change the sheet sheet tab. like that of sheet 5 tab color. Here we can choose bagni or something like that, or so it will change in that way, sheet color. And if I will right click on it and the name option, so here I can change the name, like class 9. I can write class 9 here. Like this you can change the sheet rename by just by right clicking on the tab. Okay, so such all facilities are there. And so after sheet tab we have those to enter a function. We know how to enter a function equal to, then cell address equal to some function, equal to function we will write some function, max function, whatever function. Then in the parenthesis we will give the range from which cell to which cell we want to perform the operations. Like so all these things we know how to use. Now next, common functions, all these things we have seen. Average function. Today also we have seen how to see the date equal to today only, and parenthesis if you will write, then you can see the date of today. In the same way, specifically equal to year, and then in the parenthesis you can write today, then you can see the today's year. Separately also you can display, right? And last is formula errors. We have even seen the number of errors, right? Number of errors, sometimes this kind of error, sometimes this. So why this errors displays or pop-ups? Maybe some values are written in a wrong way. It if the formula is used in incorrect way, so hash name question mark such kind of error will be displayed. If the number is divided by 0, the hash div upon 0, exclamation, such kind of things will be displayed. Or if the formula contains invalid data, then hash value, exclamation. So different kinds of errors we have seen. If the if a particular cell is not able to hold the data, then hash kind of error, hash something like that error will be displayed, right? So these are the errors which we will see in Excel also, right? And I am expecting that you all have understood the chapter in a clear and each and every concept is clear to you. And I am expecting that you have attempted the exercise also and you don't have any problem. And if you have any problem, you can call me anytime, right? You can text me anytime and I will reply. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.